on YouTube.
All right, we 2, 3, 1. Yeah, right there, cool. There you go. There you go. All right, y'all. Hey, we back live on Facebook. Sorry about that, family.
Shalom, family.
You know what I'm saying? But that clothing for the bastard, he trying to keep us down, but we ain't gonna let him get that. We ain't gonna give him no glory. All praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. We back live, and we live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and so hey man, go ahead and go back with what you had.
But yeah, as I was saying, it's a major lust problem going on within Israel. You know what I'm saying? The men running through the daughters of Zion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm gonna re-get the title of the lesson. It's called "Temperance: The Temptation of Joseph." And it's based on we're gonna be examining Joseph's situation with him and Pharaoh's wife, and it's a great example for all the young men. You know what I'm saying, on how we need to be. You know, everybody love to give relationship advice nowadays, but the Bible it straight up give you advice on women and men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All it boiled down to is, do you want to follow that advice or not? That's what it boiled down to. Like everything that we look for in the world is right here in the book. Relationship advice. You know what I'm saying? Advice on how to be a better father, a better mother. You see what I'm saying? A better servant of the Most High. And Joseph was tempted every day by this woman.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna read. She sent him food with enchantments in it. You know what I'm saying? Fondling herself all in front of him, all that. We gonna read all that. And like I say, we gonna be reading out the book of Jasher. Alright, so if you ain't with that, this might not be the video for you. Alright? You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get a scripture showing why we read out this book, and we gonna prove that our forefathers dealt with the book of Jasher as well before we get into it. And as well, as I mentioned before we got cut off, we're going to be getting into the testament of the 12 patriarchs, and all that is our deathbed confession, so to speak, of all the 12 sons of Jacob to their sons and to their descendants. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't agree with it, you know what I'm saying, bring your precepts out. I'm gonna give you 4 on to debunk. You know, and if you ain't got no precepts to debunk them, you know, the script say put your hand over your mouth. 1 Peter 4:11, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. All right, so the title is called Temperance, which we know is self-control.
Right.
That's gonna be the theme of this lesson: self-control, temperance, the temptation of Joseph. And the first spot is Proverbs 25:28. The first spot, Proverbs 25:28. When you get that, go ahead.
He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down.
So this is he who have no rule over his own spirit. This is somebody who has no self-control.
Mm-hmm.
And it says he is what?
I'm sorry, let me start it over. He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
It's like a city that's broken down and without walls. That means you vulnerable to any attack. A city that don't have walls.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They vulnerable to any attack. Just like spiritually, like we talking now, your mind. Mm-hmm. You don't have control over the spirit of your mind. Your mind is vulnerable to any evil influence that come across your mental.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We got to have control over this mind.
Right.
That's what a real battle is. All right. The next spot is Ephesians chapter 6. Ephesians chapter 6, because we always talking about the armor of God. You see what I'm saying? But it seems like we put on every part, but we don't gird our loins. You know, and a lot of brothers in Israel, they love to pump the physical circumcision, but you got to be spiritually circumcised first. That's the circumcision Abraham had before he was ever physically circumcised.
That's right, brother. That's right.
The Most High was dealing with Abraham before he was circumcised in his flesh.
Message.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the true circumcision, spiritual first, then physical.
Right.
Spiritual then physical. All right, let me start running my lips and get there. Ephesians chapter 6. And you can pick it up at verse 10.
All right. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Yeah. Finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord.
Be weak in the Lord.
Be strong in the Most High.
Just because you into the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, people believe just because you read the Bible, you weak or you soft. But right here, it's commanding us to be strong, not weak.
Right.
Not a pushover. Go ahead.
And in the power of his might,
Uh-huh.
put on the whole armor of
So
God.
first he said, be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said, put on the whole armor.
Right.
Right? So being strong mean it took some training to get
Mm-hmm.
strong.
Right.
You just didn't come in this thing strong. You had to grow. You see what I'm saying? You had to bump your head a few times, fall a few times, get a
Mm-hmm.
few war wounds on you.
Right.
But you're strong now. When you enter into the army, they don't just put you out there on the battlefield. You
No.
got to go through basic training
That's it, bro.
to see if you can handle the arm and the weaponry that they gonna give you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That you may be able to stand against the wiles. Wiles are tricks.
That's right. Strategy.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He's very strategic. Him and all his minions is on one accord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They don't break
Yeah.
rank. They don't break rank. Or they don't sleep. Go ahead.
12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
And that's what we need to get in our heads. And I still struggle with this. You know what I'm saying? When situations come up with other people, I still want to get mad and lash out at that person. But you know what I'm saying? It's not always it's never that person. It's the spirit that's behind them. You know what I'm saying? So knowing that the war ain't with flesh and blood, it'll keep you from taking a lot of this stuff personal. Go ahead.
But against principalities,
Mm-hmm.
against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world,
Yeah.
against spiritual wickedness in high places.
That's what the war against, the unseen.
Right.
The things we can't see, that's what the real war against. Go ahead.
13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,
The whole armor. Go ahead.
that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Uh-huh.
And having done all to stand,
Yeah.
having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girded about.
That's first at the box your loins. That's where your male member is.
Yeah.
That's where a man's strength is. Matter of fact, that's what most men, that's you gonna be battling lust dealing to do with that member right there. That male member.
Right.
He told you to gird that first. Gird that with what?
Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth.
With truth. With truth. Gird your loins with truth. That's what's supposed to go there. So you can be physically circumcised and still go stick that circumcision somewhere it ain't supposed to be.
Right.
What good is your physical circumcision at that point?
Not nothing. No good.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I say it got to be here first. If it's here first, you won't even be thinking about violating in the physical. That's why the spiritual supersedes the physical.
Most definitely.
Go ahead.
And having on the breastplate of righteousness.
All right, the breastplate. Go ahead.
And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Above all, taking the shield of faith,
Yeah.
wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yeah.
And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit,
Yeah.
which is the word of God.
All right, that's the whole armor. Notice it said whole. So you can't take it like I say, with how the men running through the women nowadays, it's like y'all putting on everything and then forgetting to gird your loins up.
Yep, sure is, bro.
He said put on the whole armor of y'all.
Right.
Huh? Go ahead.
Verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit.
Yeah.
And watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Yeah, so he said be strong, put on the whole armor. And then he said be praying always with supplication. You see what I'm saying? Because why you need to be praying always? Because like we said, Satan and his minions don't take breaks.
Nope.
They don't take coffee breaks. They don't go to sleep for 8 hours and wake up, then they back at it. No. They trying to cut you off even in your sleep.
Sure did, bro.
They'll send that woman you've been lusting after in your dreams.
Yep.
So when you wake up, that's all you've been thinking about. And now you gonna act on that lust. So our prayers and our supplications need to be that the Most High Law even keep us in our sleep. Matter of fact, let's get there. Let's go to Proverbs 6,
right.
20 through 24. Proverbs 6, 20 through 24. You see what I'm saying? We supposed to be set apart in everything we do, even how we treat our women. He said we a peculiar people. You know what peculiar mean? Exclusive, meaning what y'all get, everybody else don't got. how y'all act, everybody else don't act. So
Supposed to
even
be.
yeah, it's supposed to be. So even down to the way we treat our women, it ain't supposed to be like how other we ain't supposed to get down like that. We
Right.
ain't supposed to be running through these women like we running
Daughters
through
of
them.
Zion.
You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 6:20-24. Go ahead.
My son, keep thy father's commandment,
Uh huh.
and forsake not the law of thy mother.
Yeah.
Bind them continually upon thine heart.
See, that's what I'm saying. You can wear the fringe all day long. You can do that all day long, but it
Right.
says bind them continually upon thy mind.
Mm-hmm.
And this was even before Jeremiah penned about the laws being written on our mind.
That's it, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And tie them about thy neck.
Yeah.
When thou goest, it shall lead
Uh
thee.
huh.
When thou sleepest, it
You
shall
see
keep
that?
thee.
That's what our prayer need to be. Men who have a lust problem,
Right.
when it, Lord, let your Most High, let your law keep me in my sleep, even in my sleep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Even the scriptures talk about what do you call it? The wet dream in Deuteronomy.
Oh, nocturnal
Some,
emission.
yeah, nocturnally mission. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Just showing you how powerful that the mind is, right? You can be sleep on your back, nothing physical going on.
Right.
But whatever you've been dreaming about
Right.
that you shouldn't have been dreaming about, you will wake up and then emit it seed. Now
You
your hands,
unclean.
you laying down, sleep, nothing physical that went on, hands down by your side, sleeping, you didn't emit it seed. That's how powerful the mind is.
And by the law, you unclean.
And by the law, you unclean. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying, go wash yourself, do all that.
Yep.
Do all that. That's why you gotta pray to the Most High that His law keep you even in your sleep. Because
Yes,
Satan don't
sir.
take breaks. He don't take breaks.
No.
He don't take breaks. What was you at?
I'm in the middle of 22.
Go ahead.
And when thou awakest, it shall talk with
You
thee.
see that? So if you go to sleep thinking about the law, when you wake up, you gonna be manifesting that. If you go to sleep lusting, when you wake up, it's gonna show in your countenance, and guess what you gonna be doing all day? You gonna be thinking about what you went to sleep thinking about.
Right.
Cause it's constantly on your mind. It's constantly on your mind. And if you praying always, you don't even have time to be thinking about that. All right, go ahead.
For the commandment is a lamp,
Mm-hmm.
and the law is light,
Yeah,
and and reproofs of instruction are the way of life,
yeah.
to keep thee from the evil
You
one.
see that? The commandments is to keep you away from the evil woman. Like I said, the Bible give relationship advice on women.
Right.
And everybody want to be this relationship guru nowadays.
Mm.
Giving all this relationship advice.
Right.
When all of us right here. Go. We gonna come back to this Proverbs 6, but let's jump to Job 31.
All right.
That was it on that.
Okay.
That was it on there. We gonna break down what fornication is. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of misconceptions surrounding what that is. We're gonna get into it.
When you
though.
say Joe what?
Job 31, and you can pick it. We're gonna read verses 1 through 11.
All right.
Let's end it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to make a big deal about, well, what nationality was Job? Was he an Edomite, Israelite? Well, look, it say he was a righteous man. That's all
There
we
you go.
need to know.
There
That's
you
all
go.
we need to know. And it's like, hey, there's other books out there that let you know what it is. Shalom, family. Shalom,
Yeah.
Sister Christina, Sister Miranda, my brother Jesse, cuz. What up, cuz? I'm glad you tuned in, bro.
Nephew.
Glad you tuned in. Glad you tuned in, man. But yeah, where we at Job 31, and we gonna pick it up at verse 1. We know Job was a righteous and upright, perfect and upright man, right?
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? Let's see what his mindset was when it came to women. Let's see what Job's mindset was. Go ahead.
I made a covenant with mine
I
eye.
did what?
I made a covenant with my eye.
Go ahead.
Why then should I think upon a maid? For what portion of God is there from
You
above?
see that? That he said, I made a deal with my eyes that I ain't even gonna look upon a woman lustfully. That's what Job was on now. That's somebody that's committed to temperance, to
Right.
self-control right there.
Mhm.
I ain't even gonna look at another woman and lust after. Single or not single. Huh? He said, what portion would there be from above if I continue in my lust?
Right.
He said, what portion I'ma have? You think I'ma have a good portion? Nah, go ahead.
And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high?
You won't have one because he don't deal with fornicators.
Right,
He
bro.
don't deal with adulterers. He don't deal with whoremongers.
Come on, bro.
You see what I'm saying? He don't deal with brothers that sleep with women that don't have no intentions of staying with them.
Bam.
You see what I'm saying? He don't deal with that. He don't deal with brothers having multiple wives, but don't none of the wives know about each other.
And you ain't got multiple jobs
And you ain't got multiple jobs
to support the multiple wives.
You see what I'm saying? He even give you he give a man every avenue to women to have as many women as he want lawfully, and you
Right.
Negroes still violate, and we still violate. You see what I'm saying? He give you rule. He said, all right, if you gonna have more than one, you better make sure it's enough for this one and this one.
Right. I'm
talking about time.
There you go.
Sex, whatever. I
Money,
mean, we grown.
Food,
let's get real.
The book say her food and her raiment shall not diminish.
Exactly.
So if she drive Mercedes, she got to drive Mercedes.
Yeah.
She wearing Gucci, she got to wear Gucci.
Yeah.
She eat steak, she got to eat steak.
Exactly. And you got to take care of all them kids.
Better.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't just no free fall in this thing. But that's what brothers want. But we gonna read no fornicator get into the kingdom. But Job said, man, I even made a covenant with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm committed to this self-control. I won't even look at a maid lustfully. Go ahead.
Right, piggyback at the 3.
All right.
Is not destruction to the wicked.
You see that?
And a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity.
Strange punishment, man. Why all this stuff happening to me?
Right.
Bro, you might check yourself.
Come on now.
Strange stuff just happening out of nowhere.
Right.
Check yourself. Go ahead.
Does not he see my ways?
See that?
And count all my steps?
Yeah.
If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot has hasted to deceit, let me be weighed even I'm in an even balance.
Yeah.
That God may know my integrity. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If my step has turned out of the way, and my heart walked after my eyes, and if any blot have cleaved to my hands, then let me sow, and let another eat. Yea, let my offspring be rooted out.
Y'all see what he said in verse 7? See, he when you slow down and read, he knew about the spirit of the law. He knew about the battle within the mind, within the mentals.
That's right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? That's Romans 7 all day long right here.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Paul said, when I thought to do good, I see a law in my members telling me to sin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You be riding down the street. Like I say this all the time. I was riding down the street one time, riding down to Burger King. Like I should rob that Burger King. Now I ain't never robbed nothing a day in my life, but that's how wicked thoughts are just come in your head like that, and you got to rebuke that.
Right, bro. No
thief will get into the kingdom. Where in the world did that come from?
Principalities.
I ain't never robbed nobody a day in my life. Never thought about it. You see what I'm saying? This is what we got to fight.
All the time.
Constantly. He said, look, if my step had turned out of the way and mine heart walked after mine eye. He said, if my mind did it first.
Right.
Matter of fact, let's go to Proverbs 24 real quick. Hold your spot right there. Go to Proverbs 24. Proverbs 24 and 9.
In 9?
Yeah.
The thought of foolishness is seen.
The what?
The thought of foolishness is seen.
The thought of it.
Come on, bro.
The thought of thinking about killing somebody. The thought of thinking about sleeping with that woman. Look, Facebook tripping again. The thought about hit cancel right there. Hit cancel again. Yeah, we back. That's how we.
Hey, y'all, we gonna have to repost this because look like Facebook tripping, but hey, we gonna keep y'all. We gonna try to fight this cloven footed one.
Yeah, if you can get a YouTube channel out.
Yeah.
Type the YouTube channel out in the comments, and then they can go to YouTube. You know what I'm saying, and go to the channel and tune in live because we live on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we live on YouTube, and you can go to Terrence Butler on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Type it on in there.
Yeah, let me pull this up because this enemy, them principalities, man. You know what I'm saying? They tripping on Facebook tonight for some reason.
We can leave that up. You ain't gotta keep clicking out. We still live. So
all right, I'm just gonna type it right here.
type that.
If it ain't, see, it ain't let me do that. It ain't let me type in the comments,
Nah,
man.
go ahead. Yeah, you got it, man.
Yeah.
Go on here, reload.
All right, let me try it one more time, though. Let me try it one more time, see what it's gonna do. Man.
Give us a second, family.
Yeah, they tripping. They tripping on Facebook tonight. They really tripping on Facebook tonight.
Man, we had to cut this on
Yeah. I'm gonna go and type it in the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, we back live though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We back live, y'all. And I'm gonna type the YouTube, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section. And you can just type my name on YouTube and you know what I'm saying? And get us on YouTube, because we like to say we live on YouTube.
Yeah, Facebook might go bad again, so we
Yeah,
got
so we just gonna keep on rolling.
Yeah, just type that name in on YouTube. We live on YouTube as well, y'all.
Yeah, for real. They tripping. But go ahead, bro.
But yeah, we was at Proverbs 24 and verse 9. We gonna pick it back up at Proverbs 24 and verse 9.
Proverbs 24 and 9.
Uh-huh.
And I read.
Yeah.
The thought of foolishness is sin.
So the thought of foolishness, even thinking about it, that's sin, right?
Yeah.
That sound like what the Messiah was saying, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you look on the woman and lust after her in your mind, you didn't already did the act.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because sin, that's where sin start, right here in the mental.
Right.
It don't start with the act.
Right.
It ends with the act.
Yeah.
It started in the mind.
Right.
Let's go back to the Job 31.
All right. Pick it up at 8 or 9. I finished the 8. You want me to start back at 8 or you want me to pick it up at 9?
Pick it up at 8.
All right. Job 31 and 8.
Uh-huh.
Then let me sow and let another eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I have laid wait at my neighbor's door.
See that? Go ahead.
Can I read that again?
Yeah.
If my heart have been deceived by a woman.
He said, if my mind have been tricked out by a woman.
Or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door.
Ooh. If I slept with my neighbor's wife. That's what he said. And if I done any of this, what?
Then let my wife grind unto another.
He said, if I done any of this, if I done been deceived by a woman, then walked after my lust.
Come on, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Then let my wife grind unto another. Go ahead.
And let others bow down upon her.
And let others bow down upon her. Let's see what Job called adultery. Let's see what he called adultery. What type of crime he called adultery.
For this is an heinous crime.
For this is a heinous crime. Boy, you know what a heinous crime is? That's something disgusting.
Right.
That's disgusting. Go ahead.
Yeah. It is an iniquity to be punished by the judges.
Ooh, that's
hard right there.
A perfect and just man looked at sexual immorality.
Right. That's right, bro.
That's how he looked at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to be getting into this book of Jasher. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was going to get a precepts for it, Joshua 10 and 13.
Slow it down, let them make sure they get them. Because we don't want nobody saying, hey, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Joshua 10 and 13. You got 2 Samuel 1 and 18. Mm-hmm. Those two, they telling you right there, is this not written in the book of Jasher? Mm-hmm. And also 2 more other precepts. You got 2 Timothy 3 and 8. And also Ezekiel 16 and 49. Mm-hmm. Like I said, any naysayers, you know what I'm saying, they go 4 precepts you got to debunk right there. And like I say, the scriptures say, if any man speak, let him speak into the oracles of God.
Right.
That's 1 Peter 4 and 11. Titus 2 and 1, but speak those things which become sound doctrine. If you ain't doing that, you got to put your hand over your mouth according to the scriptures.
Right.
All right. So, but first, we're going to go to the account in Genesis chapter 39. Genesis 39, and we're gonna read the whole chapter because I want the account in Genesis, it gives like an overview of what happened. And what the book of Jasher does, it gives you a kind of a day-by-day breakdown.
Blow by blow.
Blow by blow of what was going on. I cut this fan out for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Just slip your hand up under the arm. Slip your hand up under that, right there where that line here is. Yeah. You hit? Yeah. All right.
Genesis, the 39th chapter.
Yeah.
All right, and you can pick it up at verse 1.
All right. And Joseph
No,
was,
no, no, hold on. No, no, no. I don't want to do that. Yes, I do. Genesis 39. Yeah, that's what.
Genesis 39:1.
Yeah.
And Joseph was brought down to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an
Yeah.
Egyptian, brought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites.
Yeah, so we know what happened to Joseph. All his brothers, you know what I'm saying, was jealous of him and they threw him down in the pit. You see what I'm saying? Then they lied to their father about it and said he got ate up or whatever, got torn, and they bought his coat with blood on it. So his father think he's dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But his brothers know full well what was going on. And now, you know what I'm saying, the Ishmaelites picked him up and sold him to Potiphar. Go ahead.
Which had brought him down thither.
Yeah.
And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man.
Uh-huh.
And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian.
Yeah.
And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand.
I'm gonna do this again because I know we got knocked off. Anybody that's just tuning in, the title of the lesson is Temperance, the Temptation of Joseph. You know what I'm saying? We just addressing the lust issues with the men in Israel. You know what I'm saying? It's some things in here that the sisters can pick up from too as well, but it's basically going more towards the men. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who it starts and ends with.
Right. Right.
You know, but we in Genesis 39 and we at verse 4.
Right. And to the people that just joining, yeah, we've been having problems out of Facebook, but in the comments line, you can go on YouTube, because we live on YouTube as well, or if you want to go back later on to get the full lesson on YouTube, just type my name in there, go to YouTube and type in Terrence Butler, and go to YouTube, and you can pick this lesson up in its entirety. If you just joined, or we've been getting knocked on it off Facebook, but we are on YouTube live as well. But the full lesson will be on YouTube after this.
Yeah.
And right now, like the brother said, we at Genesis 39. Right now, we at verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And his master saw that the Lord was with him.
Yeah.
And that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight. And he served him. And he made him overseer over his house.
Yeah.
And all that he had put all that he had put in his hand.
Uh-huh.
Verse 5. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake.
So that the Most High blessed the Egyptian on behalf of Joseph, right?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Hebrew, the slave. Go ahead.
And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in his house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand. And he knew not aught he had save the bread which he did eat.
Yeah.
And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
And now keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? It said Joseph was a goodly,
good looking Joe.
Was a goodly person and well favored.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me.
And she said, lie with me. All right. So this was now we getting the gist of what this story is about, right?
Right.
It's about a married woman coming at a single man.
Right.
All right. Now we Israelites, now this men period, but you know how we roll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what we was on at 18 years old.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wroughteth not what is with me in his house.
Yeah, hold on. Jedediah, Israel, do you guys use the book of Enoch? Currently, we don't teach out the book of Enoch. We still studying it.
Right, most definitely.
We still looking into it, my brother.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 8 again.
Yeah.
But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master's willeth not what is with me in the house.
Yeah.
And he hath committed all he hath to my hand.
So Joseph had rank.
Right.
So and he the master, he was second in command. All right, so of course he in and out of the working. You know what I'm saying? You know he's seeing her every day. That's the master's wife. She's seeing him.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
Uh huh.
There is none greater in this house than I. Neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee,
Yeah.
because thou art his wife.
Uh huh.
How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?
Yeah. So you see where his mindset at. Now keep in mind, like I say, and I'm gonna say this again. If you don't get down with the book of Jasher, and we gave 4 precepts that any naysayer, you gotta debunk those first.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got nothing if you ain't got nothing for Joshua 10:13, 2 Samuel 1 and 18, 2 Tim 3 and 8, or Ezekiel 16 and 49, I'm gonna say it again. 1 Peter 4 and 11. If any man speak, let him speak as unto the oracles of God.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But like I stated earlier, the 66, it gives you a summary of the story, and the book of Jasher gives you a blow by blow, day by day detailed account of what's going on.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna be getting into this. We're gonna get into detail of what was going on with Pontiphil's wife and Joseph.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass, as she spake to Joseph day by day,
That's right.
that he hearkened not unto her, to lie by her, or to be with her.
You see that? He practicing that temperance.
And you know, he said she was coming at this brother every day.
Every day. Every day. Y'all gonna see to what extent that she was coming at this brother. And like I say, this brother was 18 years old under this type of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in Joseph's situation. You see what I'm saying? But with your mindset at 18, would you have been saying, man, shoot, nah, I ain't this. You know what I'm saying? What you would have been saying? Mark, what's up, bro? We went to high school together. You already know what's up.
Yeah.
Shalom to you, my brother. Shalom,
family, to all the
shalom to
family.
everybody tuned in.
Yeah, to all the family.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
11. And it came to pass about this time
Yeah.
that Joseph went into the house to do his business.
Uh-huh.
And there was none of the men of the house there within.
Yeah.
And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me.
Yeah.
And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and was fled forth.
Yeah.
She called unto the men of her house
Uh-huh.
and spake unto them, saying, see, he has brought in an Hebrew unto us to mock us.
Uh-huh.
He came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice. And it came to pass, when he had heard that I had lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me,
Yeah.
and fled and got him out. And she laid up his garment by her until his Lord came home.
Uh-huh.
And she spake unto him according to these words, saying, the Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me to mock me.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled out.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, after this manner did the servant to me, that his wrath was kindled.
Now I want to point out something right here. Y'all see the dangers of running with one side.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Doing unrighteous judgment. You will be
That's right.
mad as hell at the wrong person.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then
the whole
you
matter.
didn't cast the wrong person out.
Right.
Why the one you need to be casted out sitting right up under your nose?
Yeah.
You
Tell
see
it.
what I'm saying? You gotta look at both sides. We gonna see. We look. I know, and reading this, I always wonder, like, I want to know, did he ever find out if she was lying or not? You know what I'm saying? This was before I had started getting into the book of Jasher. I had always wondered, like, man, I want to know, did he ever find out if she was lying?
Right.
And my first time reading this was actually like 2 weeks ago, and man, I was glued. I was like, oh, like, what? We gonna get into it, y'all. Go ahead.
And Joseph's master took him,
Yeah.
and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound.
Uh-huh.
And he was there in the prison.
Yeah.
But the Lord was with Joseph. But the Lord was with Joseph.
He was with Joseph. All right.
And showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison.
Yeah.
And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did there, he was a doer of it.
All right, that was it for that.
That was got 23.
Go ahead.
And the keeper of the prison looked not into anything that was not in his, under his hand,
Yeah.
because the Most High was with him, and that which he did, the Most High made it to prosper.
I just wanted to read that so people can get the story, you know what I'm saying, get a refresher before we get into this book of Jasher. But before we even go there, let's go to Proverbs chapter 5 real quick. Proverbs chapter 5, we'll pick it up at verse 1.
All right.
You got a blue letter on your phone?
Not the one you got.
Oh, okay, you got it like Eastwood.
I got a blue letter.
I got it written down in my notes, but I wanted to get the blue letter. But I'm using my phone for YouTube Live. But
you can find it on there.
Yeah, I can find it on. Oh yeah, this it right here. Oh yeah, you got it. This it right here. I'm finna go to. Give me a second, family. We gonna pull some out of this concordance real quick. We're gonna get the definition of these words.
Most definitely.
All right.
All praise.
Cause I want y'all to get I want people to get the full understanding of what's going on here and what's about to be said. All right, we about to read about the strange woman. All right, and read verse 1 for me, Pop.
Proverbs 5 and 1.
Uh-huh.
My son, attend unto my wisdom.
All right, so this like a man-to-man talk that a son will have with his father, or
Right.
or a young man with his uncle, or big cousin, or granddaddy, or whoever, you know what I'm saying, was training him up as he was growing up as a young man.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, everybody want to be this relationship guru, but hey, it's finna give you a great advice on women.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a son, or if you have a son, this is the advice that you should be giving him on women.
Right.
We about to read about a strange woman. My phone gonna die. You got something I can hook a charger to?
Yeah. Ain't gonna reach that far. Hold on. Yeah, all kind of technical.
Yeah, man, we are. And then see, that's crazy because I was on 70. You know what I'm saying? Just a while ago. Yeah, you think it'll reach? Yeah, we good, family. Bear with us, man. We having all type of difficulties tonight. But we gonna get straight though. But yeah, like I was saying, look how this starting off as this is like a man to man. You see what I'm saying? This like I now listen, I'm about to tell you about these women, son. All right,
I'm gonna pick it back up.
All right.
My son, attend unto my wisdom.
Yeah.
And bow down thine ear to my understanding.
Uh-huh.
That thou mayest regard discretion.
Right. So discretion, that's strategic planning before you make a move.
Right.
You see what he said, listen to my instruction, listen to my wisdom, so that you gonna know how to move when it come to these women. And like I say, we are peculiar, exclusive people. What we got, everybody else don't got. How we act, everybody else don't supposed to act. We supposed to be set apart, even down to the way we treat our women.
Right.
Even the way to the down we treat these daughters of Zion. Huh? Go ahead.
And that thy lips may keep knowledge.
Yeah.
For the lips of a strange woman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the lips of a strange woman drop as honeycomb.
Let's get the definition of a strange woman. And in the concordance, this is H2114.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
Zur.
It's Zur in the Hebrew. Alright? So read the definitions for strange. Strange. We finna see what a strange woman is.
To be strange be a stranger.
To be strange or be a stranger. Now when you read in the scripture, a stranger is somebody who's gotten down with the laws of the God of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's came into the commonwealth of Israel. Now every time you see strange without the ER in the scripture, it's usually somebody dealing with another God.
Right.
So a strange woman could be a woman of a different belief system. All right, go ahead.
To become estranged.
To become estranged. Now, estranged means alienated, no longer living with spouse, not legally put away.
Right.
All right. So he about to give you advice on a strange woman.
Right.
Estranged. That's another definition. Go ahead.
Strange.
Strange.
Another.
So another man's woman.
Right.
So this is getting a little bit deeper now. You starting to see what a strange woman can be.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Stranger.
Uh-huh.
Foreigner,
so likely of another belief system.
right?
Being, you know what I'm saying, that's getting into being unequally yoked. Go ahead.
Foreigner,
Uh-huh.
an enemy,
An enemy.
loathsome of breath,
Go ahead.
strange woman,
Uh-huh.
prostitute,
Prostitute.
harlot,
Harlot.
to be estranged,
To be a stranger again, alienated.
to be
Go
a
ahead.
stranger,
Uh-huh.
be one alienated.
Be one alienated. All right.
Uh-huh.
So now we know what a strange woman is. Now let's get back to that. Pick that verse 3 back up.
All right. For the lips of a strange woman drop as honeycomb.
Drop is honeycomb. So the stuff that she gonna be telling you is it's gonna sound good.
Yeah,
Oh, how long y'all been separated?
yeah.
About 3 months. Yeah, come on, let's go. Yeah, that's long enough. He ain't coming back.
What they
You
do?
see what I'm saying? Is that how we supposed to be conducting ourselves out here? You know what I'm saying? Like, love that sister enough to tell her, nah. You know what I'm saying? You,
Come on,
you don't
bro.
care nothing. You don't care enough about her soul to tell her, nah, that's wrong.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We got a major lust problem in Israel.
Right, bro.
We need to get in check. Go ahead.
Her mouth is smoother than oil,
It said her mouth is smoother than oil. Go ahead.
but her end is bitter as wormwood.
But her end, think about the end. The end is bitter as wormwood. Yeah, she gave you a VIP pass to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Then you find out she into all type of black magic and dark arts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she gave you a VIP pass to the bedroom,
But got AIDS.
but got AIDS. Yeah, she gave you a VIP pass to the bedroom. Then you go to pee early in the morning and it
Razor
feel like you
blade.
pissing razor blades. You see, think about the end. Her end is bitter than wormwood.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sharp as a two-edged
Sharp
sword.
as a two-edged sword. So he said the end is bitter like wormwood. Also, the end is like a two-edged sword going right through your body.
Right.
Think about the end. We got to keep our wits about us, men in Israel.
Come on, bro.
We the first and last line of defense for the
Yeah.
from the seen and unseen.
Yes, sir.
We got to protect these women and children from the seen and unseen. We the first and last line of defense.
That's it, bro.
For the nation. We the vanguards of this. It
Right.
starts and ends with us.
No excuses.
No excuses. All right, go ahead.
Her feet go down to death.
Ooh.
Her steps take hold on hell.
So you chasing after her, you following her right to the grave.
Right to the lake.
Right to the lake. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life.
Yeah.
Her ways are movable.
Her ways are movable, man. Her ways are unstable.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Let's say you go sleep with a strange woman, another man's wife.
Mm-hmm.
When the judgment get ready to come down, it's gonna make her look like a harlot. She gonna flip and say you tried to rape her. But hey, he told you her ways are movable.
Yep.
She gonna switch up. She
Flip-flop.
unstable.
Yeah.
So why would you even sleep with an unstable woman?
Come on, bro.
It said her ways are movable. Stay away from this woman.
Switch up on you.
Go ahead.
That thou canst not know them.
You cannot know them. Go ahead.
Hear me now, therefore, O ye children,
Uh-huh.
and depart not from the words of my mouth.
Yeah.
Remove thy way far from her,
Go ahead.
and come not nigh the door of her house.
Don't even go to the door of her house. Go ahead.
Lest thou give thine honor to others,
Mm.
and thy years unto the cruel.
Go ahead.
Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth,
Mm.
and thy labors be in the house of a stranger.
So what we get out of verses 9 and 10 is it's eventually gonna catch up with you. You're
Mhm.
gonna pay for it.
That's it, bro.
You're gonna pay for it. Go ahead.
And thou mourn at the last.
At the last, see that's why I say think about the end. Her end is bitter than wormwood.
Mm-hmm.
The end is like a two-edged sword going right through you. Go ahead.
When thy flesh and thy body are consumed.
Ooh, when thy flesh and thy body is consumed in
Like
the
a
lake,
fire for 'em.
or when your flesh and body consumed because you got chlamydia,
Yes, sir.
or when your flesh and body consumed because that AIDS virus shriveling you up like a prune, because you could control your lower member. See, brothers in Israel are always stressing this physical circumcision, but Paul, the true circumcision is right here.
Not saying you ain't got to have.
Not saying you ain't got no circumcision.
Straight that. Straight
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Straight
yeah.
that.
Physically, you need that, but hey, the Most High was dealing with Abraham before he was physically circumcised.
Right.
Made a covenant with him, Genesis 15.
Right.
You see? Because he had that spiritual circumcision first.
That's right,
It's gonna
bro.
be a lot of circumcised Negroes burning in the lake.
That's it, bro.
It's gonna be a lot of baptized that Negroes has been dipped in the water in the lake. You got to be baptized here first.
That's it, brother.
That's just an outer showing to show people like, hey, yeah, I'm for real with this. It's a sealing of the covenant.
Come on, bro.
It got to be here first.
Break it down.
If it's here first, you won't even think about violating the physical. You see what I'm saying? How many times when we was out in the world and the covenant on the end of your male member and you done stuck that covenant somewhere where it don't supposed to be?
That's right.
What good is your physical circumcision at that point?
Made uncircumcision.
Exactly. Behold, the days come where I will punish Israel that's circumcised with all the uncircumcised.
Yeah, it is.
So he gonna punish the circumcised with the uncircumcised? Yes. What is he talking about? Thank you. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And say, how have I hated instruction?
Woo.
And my heart despised reproof.
That's what you're gonna be saying in the end when your flesh is consumed.
I should have listened.
I should have listened. And your conscience telling, and you know before you even violate with that male member, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be here.
Yep.
You know that's what your mind is telling you at that point. Especially if you were the fringes, but you done took your fringes off, folded them up, put them over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Probably threw the blanket over so you can't see it while you violating.
Whole time the Holy Spirit bucking you in the head.
Yeah.
Then you're going to take the circumcision in your hand.
Yeah, and guide it in there.
Yeah.
Come on, we being real tonight.
Yeah.
We not playing around tonight because we need to snap up out of this. This is a major lust problem. Major lust problem. Like I said, we're going to examine Joseph at the age of 18. Was solid at 18.
No excuses.
So we ain't got no excuses. Go ahead.
13.
Yeah.
And I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me.
Yeah.
I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly.
See that? Go ahead.
Drink waters out of thine own cistern.
Drink waters out of thine own cistern. Go ahead.
And running waters out of thy own well.
Out of thy own well. So a well in this case is your wife.
Your real.
You draw water out of a well, draw all of your sexual satisfaction, all of your pleasure from your wife.
Right, bro.
Your wife. Nobody else's. Or your wives, if you're doing it lawfully. All right, go ahead.
Let thy foundations be dispersed abroad and ripped. Did I skip something? No, that's right.
Good. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, 16 again.
Yeah.
Let thy foundations be dispersed abroad and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only thine own.
Only thine own. Go ahead.
And not strangers with thee.
So indiscriminate sex, casual sex as y'all call it, that's out the window. You scattering precious seed.
Right.
We are holy people. We dedicate our firstborn to the Most High. What is you doing just out here having pointless sex, scattering that seed like that?
Come on, bro.
That holy seed. Think about it. It's way deeper than just getting you some, bro.
Right.
Way deeper than that. Go ahead.
Let thy fountain be blessed.
Yeah.
And rejoice with the wife of thy youth.
And rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Go ahead.
Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe.
Yeah.
Let her breast satisfy thee at all times.
Yeah.
And be thou ravished always with her love.
Ravished mean captivated.
Right.
Like when you see your wife, you're supposed to be almost hypnotized when she walk by.
That's right, bro.
Ravished. Go ahead.
And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman and embrace the bosom of a stranger?
Why would you do that when you can have your own? You can be like that with your own.
Right.
Go ahead.
For the ways of a man are before the eyes of the Lord.
Yeah.
He pondereth all his goings.
All his goings.
His own iniquities.
Yeah.
Shall take the wicked himself. And he shall be holden with the cords of his sin.
So don't just think you can stop the lust whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So because repeated sin becomes routine, routine becomes habits. You see what I'm saying? Habits become necessities.
Right.
And now you a slave to that lust. You
Got a
gotta have
stronghold
it.
on
Now
it.
you gotta have it.
Got that stronghold on.
Now you gotta have it. That's why he said, and now you gonna be holding within the cause of your own sin. And that's what you wanted. I'm gonna turn you over to it.
That's right.
You're gonna be holding with the cause of your own sin. Cause you thought you can just cut it off like that. Nah, I ain't gonna let you think he gonna let you get away that easy with wickedness?
Nope. And we see it amongst Israel all the time.
You think, okay, I'm just gonna do it this one time. Then next thing you know, you going back. Repeated sin become a habit. Routine become a habit. Habit become a necessity. Now you a slave to it. Can't get rid of it.
Ain't no more sacrifice for willful sin.
Ain't no more sacrifice for willful sin. He said, "You that is your punishment. You gonna be holding within the court with your cause of your sin. Okay, that's what you want. I'm gonna turn you over to it. Have at it, y'all. This thing is deadly serious. Deadly serious. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Uh-huh.
He shall die without instruction.
Man, did you hear that? He shall die without instruction. This sin of fornication, and fornication, we're gonna get into it later. It covers adultery, incest, bestiality, sodomy.
Mm-hmm.
No fornicator will get into the kingdom.
Right.
Go ahead.
And in the greatness of his folly shall he go astray.
Now remember this, like I said, this started off, my son, this is a man-to-man conversation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you got sons, nephews, hey, this the advice on women we need to be giving them. You know what I'm saying? Not handing them no box of condoms and be like, all right, make me proud, nephew. You know what I'm saying? This the advice we need to be giving our young men, our kings.
Right. Princes of the nation.
Princes of the nation. They the future. You know what I'm saying? All right, where we at now? All right, now we finna get into the book of Jasher. Like I say, we gave you 4 straight precepts. If anybody, you know what I'm saying, disagree, then, hey, just bring the precepts out. You know what I'm saying? But we finna get into a detailed account of Joseph's temptation. That's the title of the lesson. Temperance, the temptation of Joseph. So you're going to be doing a bit of reading. All right, this is going to be the whole walk, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to get I want to get the whole gist of this, all right?
All right.
Let
me give me a sweet.
So if anybody want to pull it up on the internet, this is the book of Jasher, chapter 44, and we're going to read the whole story, y'all. It's real good. And I want y'all to see, man, like I said, this brother was 18 and stood solid. 18 and stood solid. Go ahead.
All right. This is the book of Jasher, chapter 44.
Yeah.
And the sons of Ishmael, who had brought Joseph from the Midianites, who had brought him from his brethren, went to Egypt with Joseph.
Yeah.
And they came upon the borders of Egypt. And when they came near to Egypt, the men, they came unto the border of Egypt, and they came near unto Egypt, they met 4 men, the sons of Midian.
The sons of Midian, that's a son that Abraham had with his concubine Keturah. Check Genesis 25 and verse 2. Go ahead.
The son of Abraham, who had gone forth from the land of Egypt on their journey.
Yeah.
And the Ishmaelites said unto them, do you desire to purchase this slave from us? And they said, deliver him over to us. And they delivered Joseph over to them, and they beheld him, that he was very comely youth. They purchased him for 20 shekels. And the Israelites continued their journey to Egypt. And the Midianim also returned that day to Egypt. And the Midianim said to each other, behold, we have heard that Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, seeketh a good servant who shall stand before him to attend him. Yeah. And to make him overseer over his house and all belonging to him. Now therefore, let us sell him for what we may desire, if he be able to give unto us that which we shall require for him.
So we getting a little deeper account on what was going on when Joseph was sold to Pontiphar. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Okay.
And these meeting him went and came into the house of Potiphar, and said unto him, We have heard that thou seekest a good servant to attend thee. Behold, we have a servant that will please thee. If if thou canst give unto us that which we may desire, and we will sell him unto thee. And Potiphar said, Bring him before me, and I will see him. And if he please me, I will give unto you that which you may require for him.
Yeah. Now remember, Joseph didn't look like my bad. But Joseph
you
didn't look like a slave. He was comely and well favored, very handsome brother.
Right.
We gonna see how his looks was captivating all the women up in the man. Y'all gonna be like, dang. Go ahead.
And the medium went and brought Joseph and placed him before Potiphar.
Yeah.
And he saw him, and he pleased him exceedingly. And Potiphar said unto them, Tell me what you require for this youth. And he said, 400 pieces of silver we desire for him. They sold, they bought him for 20.
Yeah.
They want 400.
Yeah.
400 pieces of silver we desire for him.
Yeah, cause they know he Potiphar got it. They know he got
Yeah.
it, so you know they gonna bust his head. Go ahead.
And Potiphar said, I will give it to you if you bring me the record of his sale to you and tell me his history, for perhaps he may be stolen.
Yeah, so he like, cause hey, this boy don't look like no slave. This is a good looking boy.
Right.
Man, look, go do the background. You know what I'm saying? Give me his record. I just want to make sure this is what it is. Go ahead.
For this youth is neither a slave nor the son of a slave, but I observe him in the appearance of a goodly and handsome person.
See that? Go ahead.
And the medium went and brought unto him the Ishmaelites who had sold him to them.
Yeah.
And they told him, saying, He is a slave, and we sold him to them. And Potiphar heard the words of the Ishmaelites in his giving the silver unto the medium. And the medium took the silver and went on their journey. And the Ishmaelites also returned home.
Okay. Where you at, verse 11?
Verse 11.
Yeah.
And Potiphar took Joseph and brought him into his house, that he might serve him. And Joseph found favor in the sight of Potiphar.
Okay.
And he placed confidence in him.
Sound like the same thing we read in Genesis 39.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And made him overseer over his house. And all that belonged to him he delivered over to his hand.
Yeah.
And the Lord was with Joseph, and became a prosperous man. And the Lord blessed the house of Potiphar for the sake of Joseph. And Potiphar left all that he had in the hand of Joseph. And Joseph was one that caused things to come in and go out.
Yeah.
And everything was regulated by his wish in the house of Potiphar.
Second in command. Joseph was second in command, right? So he had some rank.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. And Joseph was 18 years old, a youth with beautiful eyes.
See that? 18 years old. 18. We got his age now. Now we know what his age was at the time that this happened. He was 18. All right, go ahead.
And of comely appearance.
Beautiful eyes, comely appearance. You see what I'm saying? Good looking brother. Good looking brother. Go ahead.
And like unto him was not in the whole land of Egypt.
You see that? Didn't nobody look like him when he came up. Hey, didn't nobody look like Joseph? Look,
Right.
we finna get into it too. Go ahead.
15.
Yeah.
At that time, while he was in his master's house, going in and out of the house and attending his master's, his master's Celica. Is that how you pronounce it? Celica.
Zelica, that's her
Zelica.
name. So we finally put a name on this woman. Zelica, that's
Zelica.
her name. Zelica. And again, we're reading out the book of Genesis, chapter 44. We at verse, 15?
Middle of 15.
Middle of 15. Go ahead.
His master's wife lifted up her eyes toward Joseph. And she looked at him, and behold, he was a youth, comely and well favored. And she coveted his beauty in her heart.
So it starts in the mind.
Yeah.
Well, really, it starts with the eyes. That's why we read Job 31. He said, I made a covenant with my eyes, because he knew the eyes is the gateway to lust.
Right.
It started with a look. Damn.
Yep.
Y'all know what it is. You see that round butt, voluptuous breast.
Yeah.
Start with a look, then a thought, then you start pursuing the thought.
Right.
The eyes. It starts with the eyes are the gateway to lust. The eyes are, my elder Daniel Solomon said all the time, the eyes are for looking, not for lusting.
Right.
It's okay to look, just don't lust.
Right.
Go ahead.
and she coveted his beauty in her heart.
Yeah.
And her soul was fixed upon Joseph.
Uh-huh.
And she enticed him day after day.
Day after day.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And Zelicah persuaded Joseph daily.
Woo.
But Joseph did not lift up his eyes to behold his master's wife.
That sounds like Job 31.
Again, brother, for sure.
Read that again.
But Joseph did not lift up his eyes to behold his master's wife.
He said he didn't even look up it. Go ahead, refinish that.
17.
Uh-huh.
And Zelicah said unto him, how goodly are thy appearance and form, truly. I have looked at all the slaves, and have not seen so beautiful a slave as thou art.
Proverbs 5, her lips sweeter than a honeycomb.
Yes, sir.
Smoother than oil.
Yeah.
Well, you looking good.
Mm-hmm.
What you is? Hebrew?
Yeah.
You Israelite?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wasn't Hebrew.
Yeah.
Israelites ain't came yet. They was still in their loins. You Hebrew though. Oh, you look good. Look at them eyes. She gonna be like, man, look at the hair. I see you combing with that gold comb. Boy, her hair look good.
Mm-hmm.
Lips sweeter than honeycomb. Huh? How you responded to that at 18? Put yourself in Joseph's situation, but with your mindset at 18.
Yeah. When a girl telling your ways on fleek.
Yeah. What you doing? Let's keep it real. Like, it's rhetorical, you know what I'm saying? Answer that within yourself, but you know what I'm saying? We know what's up. Go ahead.
And Joseph said unto her, surely he who created me in my mother's womb created all mankind.
You see that? Joseph, he's steady deflecting the conversation. Hey, Cam. Here we go with the folly again.
Yeah, we go to follow you. And like I say, man, we see it.
We keep it. Yeah, it'll pop up, but we'll still be live.
Yeah, so
we ain't gonna worry about
we
it.
lose y'all, hey, just go to the YouTube.
If we lose y'all, type in turn. Go to YouTube, type in turns, brother. We live on there. But go ahead.
And Zelicah said unto him, how goodly are thy presence and form. Truly I have looked at all the slaves and have not seen so beautiful a slave as thou art.
Yeah.
And Joseph said unto her, surely he who created me in my mother's womb created all mankind.
See that? Steady deflecting the conversation back on the Most High.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When a sister come at you like that, that's what we need to be doing.
Put that word on.
Put that book on her. That's how you would know who real or not, who you need to keep around or not. Bring the script out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll start asking themselves, deleting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And she said unto him, how beautiful are thy eyes, which thou hast dazzled all the inhabitants of Egypt, men and women.
And women. Go ahead. Men and women. Go ahead.
And he said unto her, how beautiful they are, whilst we are alive, but shouldest thou behold them in the grave, surely thou wouldest move away from them.
Yeah.
And he said unto him, and she said unto him, how beautiful and pleasing are all thy words. Now take now, I pray thee, the harp which is in the house, and play with thy hands, and let us hear thy word.
Man, oh, you got a nice voice too.
She laying it on thick, ain't
she? Yeah. Look how she coming at this brother. 18? Man, you got a grown woman telling you this at 18. And this man didn't even look at this woman in her face the whole time. He was being tempted. Never lifted up his eyes toward this woman. That's some temperance. That's some self-control. Go ahead.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
And he said unto her, how beautiful and pleasing are my words when I speak the praise of my God.
You see that? Steady taking it back to the Most High. He ain't even entertaining what she talking. Go ahead.
And she said unto him, how very beautiful is the hair of thy head. Behold the golden comb which is in the house. Take it, I pray thee, and curl the hair of thy head.
Go ahead.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And he said unto her, how long wilt thou speak these words? Cease to utter these words to me, and rise and attend to thy domestic affairs.
He said, man, go be a wife to your husband and leave me alone. Go ahead.
And she said unto him,
yeah,
there is no one in my house, and there is nothing to attend to but to thy words and to thy wish.
Y'all see how hard she
Man, that's crazy.
Y'all see how hard she going at this young girl, this 18-year-old? She said, hey, look, man, ain't nobody in my house. The only thing that's left to do is for you to go in here and not do anything you tell me to do.
Yep.
Now, where your mind at 18? Again, I ask. I'm going to keep asking it and just think. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself, too.
Right.
I ain't exempt.
None of us are.
No. We was all in the world.
Still
we was
in
all, we was all
Still
18.
got to contend with it.
Yeah, and we was all 18. We was all 18. We were. I wasn't born 25.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yet notwithstanding all this, she could not bring Joseph unto her.
Uh-huh.
Neither did he place his eyes upon her, but directed his eyes below to the ground.
Ooh, y'all see that? He kept his eyes on the ground. Like
Job
Job
31.
said. Job 31:1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Go ahead.
And Zelicah desired Joseph in her heart
Uh-huh.
that he should lie with her.
Yeah.
And at that time that Joseph was sitting in the house doing his work, Zelicah came and sat before him.
Mm-hmm.
And she enticed him daily with her discourse to lie with her,
Yeah.
or even to look at her, but Joseph would not hearken to her.
She couldn't even get a look out of Joseph. And she came in every day trying to persuade him. Every day she coming at you. Eventually you're going to be like, all right, dang.
Yeah.
Let me see what she talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all know, y'all, look, y'all already know what's up. I bet some of y'all sitting back laughing right now because you know it's true.
Right.
You know it's true. Go ahead.
24.
Yeah.
And she said unto him, if thou wilt not do according to my word, I will chastise thee with the punishment of death.
Woo-hoo. So that death on the table. You know you folding in. Man, I'm gonna die. Man, I'm gonna get up out of this. I might as well go. I ain't trying to die. So you love your life that much more than obeying the Most High. That's what it come down to.
Right.
Whether you want to believe that or not, that's what it come down to. Go ahead.
And put an iron yoke upon thee.
Yeah.
And Joseph said unto her, surely God who created man looseneth the feathers of prisoners, and it is he who will deliver me from thy prison.
That's right.
And from thy judgment.
That's right. Go ahead.
And when she could not prevail over, hold on. And when she could not prevail, in verse 26,
then bang, then
over him to persuade him, and her soul being still fixed upon him, her desire threw her into a grievous sickness. And all the women of Egypt came to visit her. And they said unto her, why art thou in this declining state?
Yeah.
Thou that lackest nothing. Surely thy husband is a great and esteemed prince in the sight of the king.
Yeah.
Shouldst thou lack anything of what thy heart desire?
So it says she was in a sickness. Now this sick can mean mentally unsound.
Right.
So what it's going into is giving you a glimpse of her mental state during this lust.
She getting all beside us.
Feel rant. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with 7 or more spirits, y'all, when these things, when this lust get on people like that. You see what I'm saying? A real stronghold. So it's to the point to where we gonna read, when we read down, it's gonna use a word. It says she was love sick. And when you look up that word love sick, it says you want somebody so much to the point to where you unable to act normally. So this is her mental state. You see what I'm saying? Where it says she was sick, it was to the point to where she couldn't even function straight. She was so ate up with that lust.
She had some strongholds on her.
Yeah, she had some strong lust demons on her. Go ahead.
28.
Yeah.
And Zelicah answered them, saying, this day it shall be made known to you, whence this order springs in which you see me. Yeah. And she commanded her maidservants to prepare food for all the women.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying, as the men, like our prayers need to be that the Most High law keep us even in our sleep.
Right.
Because like I say, Satan is sending a woman you was lusting after in your sleep. And then you've been dreaming about her all night. When you wake up, it's going to show in your countenance. People are like, man, what's wrong with you? You know, and then particularly right here, matter of fact, I'm gonna read a quick script at the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? This is Sirach 25 and 17. Cause it say, you know, they can tell it in her face that something was wrong.
Right.
So Sirach 25 And in verse 17, and it says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. And I give you a perfect example. What's the girl that had Larissa Wright set up?
Yeah.
Her Sarita
Yeah,
Wright,
whatever her name is.
whatever her name is. If you look at pictures before that happened and now, look like a totally different person.
Right.
Now that all her wickedness has been uncovered, like she don't even look like who, you know what I'm saying, who the pictures was before all that went down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They said the wickedness, it darkened her countenance. You can tell it in her face.
Right.
Go ahead.
And she commanded her maidservant to prepare food
Yeah.
for all the women. And she made a banquet for them.
Uh-huh.
And all the women in the house ate in the house of Zelica.
Uh-huh.
And she gave them knives to peel the citrons to eat them.
Now check this out, y'all. This how they finna show you, they finna let you know just how good looking Joseph was right here. Y'all finna laugh at this. Go ahead.
And she commanded that they should dress Joseph in costly garments.
Yeah.
And that he should appear before them. And Joseph came before their eyes, and all the women looked on Joseph and could not take their eyes off him.
Uh-huh.
And they all cut their hands with the knives that they had in their hands.
Uh-huh.
And all the citrons that were in their hands were filled with blood.
So they eyes fixated on Joseph when he walked in the room because he's so good looking, and they didn't cut themselves and it gushing down blood and they don't even know it. Now the whole fruit that they was supposed to be peeling is covered in blood, but they don't know it because they eyes fixed on Joseph.
Right.
This how comely and well favored this brother actually was. Go ahead.
Verse 30.
Yeah.
And they knew not what they had done, but they continued to look at the beauty of Joseph and did not turn their eyelids from him.
Dang.
And Zelica saw that what they had done, and she said unto them, what is this work that you have done?
Uh-huh.
Behold, I gave you citrons to eat, and you have all cut your hands.
Yeah.
And all the women saw their hands, and behold, they were full of blood.
See, they didn't even recognize they had cut themselves. Their eyes were so fixated. You see what I'm saying? Their eyes were so infatuated, so captivated and carried away by this brother's looks.
And you notice that their hands were full of blood, so they sinning in their mind.
Yeah, they sinning in their mind. They, like I say, the eyes are the gateway to lust. It starts with a look. I look and look off.
Another thing you understand, he said he got blood on their hand, and she got blood on her hand because look what she finna try to do to this brother. Man.
Yeah, go ahead.
This slave in your house has overcome us, and we could not turn our eyelids from him on account of his beauty.
This what all the women saying, like, dang, like, look, we can't help it. Look, he walked in the room, and we couldn't stop looking at him.
Showstopper.
Yeah, Joseph a real showstopper around here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
33.
Yeah.
And she said unto them, surely this happened to you in the moment that you looked at him, and you could not contain yourselves from him. How then can I refrain when he is constantly in my house? And I see him day after day going in and out of my house.
She like, now y'all see.
Why I'm sick.
Why I'm sick. You see what I'm going through? Go ahead.
How then can I keep from declining or even from perishing on account of this?
Uh-huh.
And they said unto her, the words are true. For who can see this beautiful form in the house and refrain from him?
Yeah. So they like,
and I bet you some of these bras is married.
Yup. And they like, man, girl, we see what you talking about now. Dang. What you gonna do? Go ahead.
And is he not thy slave?
Yeah.
And attendant in thy house?
Uh-huh.
And why does not tell him that which is in thy heart, and suffer thy soul to perish through this matter?
See, these some silly women.
Silly women.
You see what I'm saying? They about to encourage her to, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and
he your
commit
slave,
adultery.
girl.
Yeah.
He your slave. You tell him what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That what they saying?
Yeah. And some of y'all sisters, y'all got friends like that y'all need to get rid of, especially if you married and you taking advice from a friend like that. You off. That's
right.
Off. That's off. Go ahead.
And she said unto them,
yeah,
I am daily endeavoring to persuade him, and he will not consent to my wishes.
Yeah.
And I promise him everything that is good and yet I could meet with no return from him.
Yeah.
I am therefore in a declining state, as you see.
What verse you at?
I'm at verse 36.
Bang. We're finna get into that love seat. Go
All
ahead.
right. And Zelica became very ill on account of her desire toward Joseph. And she was desperately love sick
Love sick.
on account of him.
That's wanting somebody so much that you unable to function normally.
Right.
That's the definition for love sick. So that's going into her mental state during
Right.
this lust filled
Tyrant.
she was on. Go ahead.
And all the people of the house of Zelica and her husband knew nothing of this matter. And Zelica was ill on account of her love to Joseph.
Yeah.
And all the people of her house asked her, saying, Why art thou ill and declining, and lacketh nothing? And she said unto them, I know not this thing which is daily increasing upon me. So she was getting worse and worse by the day.
She was getting worse and worse. Getting worse and worse. That's how I get when you leave lust unchecked in your mental. It becomes a point where that's all you thinking about.
Right.
Everywhere you move, every move you thinking about getting that off.
Can't function.
Can't function. Can't even focus on the scripture. Can't even focus on what you need to do. Now you ain't retaining no knowledge because ain't nothing on your mind but lust.
Right.
Go ahead.
38. And
Yeah.
all the women of her and her friends came daily to see her. And they spoke with her. And she said unto them, excuse me, this can only be through. I'm good. I got some wrong.
All right.
This can only be through the love of Joseph. And they said unto her, entice him and seize him secretly.
You see that? They ain't no better.
They ain't trying to get her mind off of him.
Yeah, they encouraging her to commit adultery. Her to step out on her marriage. And now this boy 18 dealing with all this. Would you be this stand up at 18? Would you be this stand up and this solid at 18?
That's a hard lick.
Go ahead.
Perhaps he may hearken to thee and put off this death from thee. And Zelica became worse from her love to Joseph, and she continued to decline till she had scarce strength to stand.
Woo!
And on a certain day, Joseph was doing his master's work in the house, and Zelica came secretly and fell suddenly upon him, and Joseph rose up against her, and he was more powerful than she, and he brought her down to the ground. And Zelica wept.
Physical this time. You see how it's steadily escalating.
Yeah.
It's steadily escalating. The boy got physical this time. She came out of nowhere. Boy, come here, give me that. It got physical this time.
Hey, she getting rough and ready.
It's gonna get even more realer than that. It's gonna get even more realer than that.
She was trying to get that dude.
And if we get into the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, which we might not get into it, but I'm gonna post a link in the comment section.
Yeah.
Man, it said it got to a point where she would come in front of him and fondle her legs and breast and all that. And that brother, he said he gave himself that 7 years straight fasting. Fasting and praying. That's how you fight that. That's how you fight that. That fasting keep you from being inflamed with that lust.
That's right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Fasting kill cancer. It'll reset your whole immune system.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Multiple spiritual benefits. Every time the prophets wanted deeper revelation, the Most High told them, you got to fast for so many days. I'll show it to you. All right, so hey, that fasting, man, that's a powerful weapon that we have in our arsenal that we need to use. You know what I'm saying? More and more. Don't let the Day of Atonement be the only day that you fast, family.
Right,
it's a powerful tool
that we so seldom use.
Yeah, and then like when we get all on one vibration as a nation, on one accord, you get one body. You know what I'm saying? Praying and fasting at the same time, man. It always got Israel results right then and there, the Most High. When we all was on one accord, praying and fasting, man, the Most High moved for Israel.
That's right.
So that fasting, that's a very powerful tool. Go ahead.
41. And Zelica wept on account of the desire of her heart toward him.
She crying now.
And she supplicated with him with weeping. And her tears flowed down her cheeks. And she spake unto him in a voice of supplication and bitterness of soul, saying,
Yeah.
Hast thou ever heard, seen, or known of so beautiful a woman as I am, or better than myself, who speak daily unto thee? Fall into the decline through love for thee, confer all this honor upon thee, and still thou wilt not hearken to my voice?
So she like, boy, you ain't never seen nobody fine as me, and you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you every day,
Yay.
and you gonna turn me down?
Right.
She ain't never been told her boo boo stink.
Right.
Go ahead.
43.
Uh-huh.
And if thou be thorough, if it be thorough fear of thy master, lest he punish thee, as the king liveth, no harm shall come to thee from thy master through this thing. Now therefore pray, listen to me, and consent for the sake of the honor which I have conferred upon thee, and put off this death from thee.
Yeah.
And why should I die for thy sake? And she ceased to speak.
Now look, she making it seem like it's
putting
his
it on
fault.
thick, bro.
Yeah, she playing all type of mind games with the young brother, trying to play with his mind.
Right.
She trying to make it seem like it's his fault. She like
right.
that.
And said she ain't gonna nothing gonna happen.
Yeah, her lips are sweeter than honeycomb, but hey, he said her end is more bitter than wormwood.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the end.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the end. Put yourself in his shoes right now, right then and right now. When she tell you that, all right, now you got to make a decision. What do you do? Go ahead.
44. And Joseph answered and saying, refrain from me and leave this matter to my master. Behold, my master knoweth not what there is with me in the house. For all that belongeth to him, he has delivered into my hand.
Yeah.
And how shall I do these things in my master's house? For he hath also greatly honored me in his house. And he that also has also made me overseer of his house. And he has exalted me. And there is no one greater in his house than I am. And my master has refrained nothing from me, excepting thee who art his wife. How then canst thou speak these words unto me? And how can I do this great evil and sin to God and to thy husband?
Man, look how solid this young brother was.
Yeah, he's very solid.
Very, very solid. Go ahead.
And I want to say this here. If you look at what Joseph is saying, he said, hey, I'm in my master's house, and you brothers, are you not the temple of the Most High God? You ones that's conscious Israel, and you gonna sin in the temple?
Right.
Ain't this what God come to meet you at? Just like he came to meet Israel in the ark?
Yep.
And you gonna sin in your temple?
Right.
Promiscuous, presumptuous sin?
Right.
In your master's house?
Right, being whoremongers. Whoremongers is promiscuous males.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? You just running through these women, sleeping with these women with no intentions of taking care of them, sticking around. You see what I'm saying?
Worse than an infidel.
Just running them up.
Worse than an infidel.
Fornication, whoremonger, making whores out the daughters of Israel. And the daughters of Israel, y'all don't get no pass too.
No.
Cause y'all just fall for anything.
Yep.
Start checking the spirit. Go ahead.
Verse 46. Now therefore refrain from me, and speak no more such words as these, for I will not hearken to thy word.
Yeah.
But Zelicah would not hearken to Joseph when he spoke these words unto her. But she daily enticed him to listen to her.
Ooh, daily.
Still at the brother.
Still at him. Go ahead. She ain't letting up. Go ahead.
And it was after this that the brook of Egypt was filled above all its sides, and all the inhabitants of Egypt went forward. And also the king and the princes went forward with timbrels and dances, for it was a great rejoicing in Egypt, and a holiday at the same time of the inundation.
Or the flooding. So they were celebrating the flood of the river. Go ahead.
Of the sea of Shihor, and they went there to rejoice all day.
Egyptian customs, that's all.
Right, that's all it is. And when the Egyptians went out to the river to rejoice, as their custom was, as was their custom, me, all the people of the house of Potiphar went with them, but Zelicah would not go with them, for she said, I am indisposed.
She like, nah, I don't feel like going. I wonder why she ain't feel like going.
Yeah.
Why y'all think she ain't feel like going?
Yeah.
Why she wanted to stay behind while everybody celebrating? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but the slaves in there working. What you want to stay behind for? What's back there you want so bad?
Lust feed.
Go ahead.
And she remained alone in the house, and
Yeah.
no other person was with her in the house. And she rose up and ascended to her temple in the house, and dressed herself in princely garments.
Mm.
And she placed upon her head precious stones of onyx stone,
So,
inlaid with silver and gold. And she beautified her face and skin with all sorts of women purifying liquids.
ooh-wee, so she getting makeup on, and you know what I'm saying, smelling good, got her best on.
Mm-hmm.
What you women call your freakum dress.
Yeah.
Got your freakum dress on,
Yeah.
Hugging that body just right.
Yeah, around them hind quarters.
Showing that shape.
Yeah.
We gonna read later on that, say you can smell her before you saw it. A perfume smelling so good, you can smell her before you can even see her coming around the corner.
Yeah.
And now this wasn't no ugly woman either.
Mm-hmm.
It said she was beautiful. Go ahead.
And she perfumed the temple and the house with cassia and frankincense. She spread myrrh and aloes, and she afterward sat in the entrance of the temple in the passage of the house, through which Joseph passed to do his work. And behold,
We them pheromones coming from that perfume, that frankincense. I bathed my daughter in frankincense soap, and it smells so good.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Joseph came from the field and entered the house to do his master's work. And he came to the place through which he had to pass. And he saw all the work of Zelica, and he turned back.
So Jacob, he doing his work, and he walked in, he like, man, what the world going on? And I bet as soon as he look up,
She's
sitting right there smiling, waiting. Go ahead.
50. And he came to the place through which he had to pass, and he saw all the work of Zelica, and he turned back.
I bet that boy, as soon as he looked up, he said, dang, I walked right into it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Knew it was trouble.
Yeah.
And Zelica saw Joseph turning back from her, and she called out him saying, what aileth thee, Joseph?
He tried to make a beeline for the exit. She's like, whoa, Joseph, where you going? What's wrong?
Did a 180.
Go ahead.
Come to thy work, and behold, I will make room for thee until thou shalt have passed to thy seat. Oh, excuse me.
Go ahead.
And Joseph returned and came to the house.
Yeah.
And passed from thence to the place of his seat.
Yeah.
And he sat down to do his master's work as usual. And behold, Zelica came to him and stood before him in princely garments.
It's finna get real. Do y'all hear me? It's finna get dead real right here. Go ahead.
And the scent from her clothes was spread to a distance.
Ooh, see, you can smell her before she even get up on you. Go ahead.
And she hastened and caught hold of Joseph and his garments. And she said unto him, the king liveth, if thou wilt not perform my request, thou shalt die this day.
Ooh, she said, boy, if you don't give it to me today, you gonna die.
Yeah.
She grabbed him by his garment, boy, come here.
She did all that work.
You wanna die?
Yeah.
No, well, you know what to do. Joseph was like, well, she gonna kill me. Go ahead.
And she hastened and stretched forth her other hand and drew a sword from beneath her garment.
Whoa! She drew a sword. What's she do with the sword?
And she placed it upon Joseph's neck.
Y'all, she drew a sword. It's getting real now. Now, put yourself in this situation at this point.
Right.
Again, look at how it's just constantly escalating. It's constantly escalating. Right? So, and think about this, like, at this point, you got a sword to your neck. A woman threatened you to break the law of the Most High.
Right.
With a sword to your neck.
You gonna stand fast?
You gonna stand fast? Rhetorical question.
Because you know a lot of brothers gonna like, well, man, look.
Yep.
You know,
I'ma die one day.
I might well go and enjoy something. Man, she got me in him duck. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna what man?
No excuse. No excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse to be given.
No excuse to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You come in.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What verse we at?
I'm in the middle of 53.
Okay, go ahead.
And she placed it upon his neck and said, rise and perform my request. And if not thou thou diest this day. Still having problems out of
Yeah, we
Facebook?
still live on YouTube though. We still live.
All right, y'all. Like I said, we having problems out of these junk.
Give us a second, family. We still live on YouTube. We trying to get this Facebook back up. Trying to get the Facebook back up. All right, y'all. We back live on Facebook. We might go back out again, but we still live on YouTube.
Yeah, we still live on
This will be
YouTube.
back up on YouTube. What's up? What's up, little sis? What's up? Good to see you. But we in the book of Jasher, chapter 44.
And we at verse 54.
At verse 54. Go ahead. We almost through this.
And like I say, she just threatened the brother with a sword.
Yeah, so she got the sword to his neck.
Yeah.
He got the sword to his neck. Go ahead.
And Joseph was afraid of her.
Yeah.
At her doing this thing.
Uh-huh.
And he rose up to flee from her. And she seized the front of his garment. And in the terror of his flight, the garment which Zelicah seized was torn. Ooh. And Joseph left the garment in the hand of Zelicah. Uh-huh. And he fled and go out, for he was in fear. And when Zelicah saw that Joseph's garment was torn, and that he had left it in her hand, and he fled, she was afraid of her life, lest the report should spread concerning her. And she rose up and acted with cunning, and put off the garment in which she was dressed, and she put on other garments.
Shalom, my Cortez. What's up, bro?
Most definitely, bro. What's going on?
Go ahead.
And she took Joseph's garment, and she laid it beside her, and she went and seated herself in the place where she had sat in her illness before the people of her house had gone out to the river.
So now the situation then almost flipped to where if she wouldn't have done this, everybody would have knew she was the bad guy in the situation. Right. So of course she had to flip. That's why I say, and we read in that Proverbs 5, her ways are movable. She unstable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? She talking all that sweet to you, you know what I'm saying? It sound good then. But when the judgment come and she looked like a harlot in the situation,
right?
She'll flip it. She'll flip it and say, "Hey, he tried to rape me." Go ahead.
And she called a young lad who was in the house, and she ordered him to call the people of the house to her.
Yeah.
And when she saw them, she said unto them with a loud voice and lamentation, "See what a Hebrew your master has brought to me in the house, for he came this day to lie with me."
Shalom, Michael Welch. What's up, Hebrew?
Shalom, bro.
Go ahead.
For when you had gone out, he came to the house, and seeing that there was no person in the house, he came unto me and caught hold of me with the intent to lie with me.
Y'all heard the lies she telling? Go ahead.
And I seized his garments and tore them and called out against him with a loud voice. And when I had lifted up my voice, he was afraid of his life, and he left the garment before me and fled.
So it says she moved with cunning. You see what I'm saying? And then she made up this lie, like he came on to her.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And again, we want to give if it go out on Facebook again, we still live on YouTube. Go into YouTube and type in Terrence Butler. His Facebook name. Just type that into YouTube and you'll pull us right up live on YouTube.
Right.
If this Facebook go out again, y'all, it's been going out on us all night. The title of the lesson is Temperance, the Temptation of Joseph. Right now we get into the book of Jasher. It's a detailed account. Go ahead, Pop. I got it. It's a detailed account on Facebook Live, Mama. Hold on, y'all. We still having some technical difficulties. On YouTube. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. So is this better? Woody P. Woody P said, "Fire the cameraman." Woody P, is this better, bro?
Hey man, y'all got to look at us. Listen to the book.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Is that better? What about that, y'all? Is that better? What they saying?
It looks straight to me.
I'm trying to see which. I guess they was talking about this.
They talking about the
camera view.
YouTube camera.
Well, okay, he said we good. He said we good, so we good. All right, my bad, y'all, and we've been like that for a minute. Hey, my bad.
Listen to the script. Y'all ain't got to look at us. Listen to the
He
script.
said it's still sideways. Oh, they want us to sit it up. Well, see, if I sit it up, then I ain't gonna have no way to charge it. And see, my phone. Okay, we good. Okay, we finna sit it up. We gonna sit it up for y'all, bro. But see, now can y'all see us now?
Look, man, y'all, hey, just listen to the scripts, man. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back like it was. Put it back like you had. They ain't got to see me. Put it back.
All right.
Hey, that's cool right there. As long as they get, I know they can hear me.
All right, now you
I ain't got no inside,
slide in. Slide in.
No, I'm good, bro.
Let's do that.
I'm good.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
They ain't got to see me. You know what I'm saying? I know they can hear me. Appreciate y'all letting us know because we didn't know.
Yeah.
You know
This was the last second on my phone to do the YouTube, but the rebroadcast will be up and
I'm
y'all
gonna put it
able
on
to see
there.
us perfectly.
Yeah,
then.
most definitely.
Y'all bros clowning tonight. Go ahead.
Man, I done lost my spot. Boy, Israel, where I'm at, man, for real. I lost my spot. Okay, I'm down here at 63.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to start at 61.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm going to start at 59.
All right, go ahead.
And I seized his garments and tore them and called out against him with a loud voice. When I heard, when I had lifted up my voice, he was afraid of his life.
Yeah.
And left his garments before me and fled. And the people of her house spoke nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But their wrath was very much kindled against Joseph.
Yeah.
And they went to his master and told him the words of his wife. And Potiphar came home enraged, and his wife cried out to him, saying, what this thing that thou hast done unto me in bringing a Hebrew servant into my house?
Now look, everybody only heard one side of the story.
Right. Unrighteous judge.
You see, you'll be mad. They said they was wrathful at Joseph for this. You see, you'll be mad as hell at the wrong people when you don't when you don't listen to both sides of the story.
That's right.
You'll be mad at the wrong people for no reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what you do? You pray to the Most High for them.
Right.
That's what you do. You pray for them.
That's right.
All right? Bless those that curse you. Pray for those that hate you. Go ahead.
For he came into the house unto me this day to sport with me.
Ooh. She's still lying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thus did he unto me this day. And Potiphar heard the words of his wife. And he ordered Joseph to be punished with severe stripes.
Ooh.
And they did so to him. And whilst they were smiting him, Joseph called out with a loud voice and lifted up his eyes unto heaven and said,
wow.
O Lord God, thou knowest that I am innocent of all these things.
This man getting beat for something he didn't do. Now, at this point, is you still rocking with the Most High? Most High allowed me to get beat. If he was with me, he wouldn't have allowed that. What? You don't know the judgment of the Most High?
Right.
The potter don't, the clay don't tell the potter what to do.
That's right.
You see, who can understand the judgment of the Most High? He even said when the tribulation come, some of us gonna die. We gonna die, but hey, he said, hey, you still gonna be delivered because you gonna have eternal life.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And why shall I die this day through falsehood
by
the hand of these uncircumcised wicked men whom thou knowest?
Yeah, he did not cease to cry out. He still cried out.
And you see, he reminded God of the covenant too. Yeah. He said, by these uncircumcised
that's right.
wicked men.
Exactly. You see that? He still was crying out to his God in the midst of his tribulation.
Yes, sir.
He didn't go into why me mode, start saying why me, crying why me. No, he cried out, hey, Most High, bring righteous judgment down on this situation.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And whilst Potiphar's men were beating Joseph, he continued to cry out and weep. And there was a child there 11 months old.
Ooh-wee. So this whole time, while all this
finna get real now.
This whole time, While all this been going down, this child been watching the whole thing.
Right. 11 months old. Now ain't even a year yet.
11 months old. Now this how the Most High work. Now with him, all things are possible, right? He opened the mouth of a donkey in Numbers.
Yep.
He about to open the mouth of an 11-month child, and he about to let them know what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
This the Most High. Something supernatural happened.
Right.
He cried out to his God. We read it. We ain't gonna get into it, but the testament of the 12 patriarchs, Joseph let you know how he handled the situation. He gave himself over to constant fasting and praying. Go ahead.
And the Lord opened the mouth of the child.
Uh-huh.
And he spake these words before Potiphar's meat.
Who opened the mouth of the child?
The Lord opened the mouth of the child.
Yeah.
And he spake these words before Potiphar's meat.
Uh-huh.
Who was smiting Joseph, saying, what do you want of this man?
Ooh.
And why do you do this evil unto him?
Yeah.
My mother speaking false. Oh, this the mama. This the child.
This the child. Yeah. This her son. This her son. Huh? People, the baby can't talk. Well, how did he open the mouth of a donkey? Huh?
They'll believe that.
They'll believe that. What about the scripture say with the Most High, all things are possible. He can do anything he want to do.
Yep.
He created it. He can make it do anything he want to do. Go ahead.
And what do you want from this man?
Uh-huh.
And why do you do this evil unto him?
Yeah.
My mother speaketh falsely and uttereth lies. Thus was the transaction. And the child told them accurately all that happened.
Ooh-wee.
And all the words of Zelicah to Joseph day after day did she declare unto him.
Yeah.
To them, I'm sorry. And all the men heard the words of the child, and they wondered greatly at the child's words. And the child ceased to speak and became still.
Oh.
Woo-wee!
Ooh-wee. The beans that been spilled now.
Yeah, she probably doing all this dirt from this child, thinking this child can't say nothing.
See?
And
see?
Look, the Lord opened that
sisters,
child's mouth.
You sisters better watch yourself.
Yeah, y'all be doing all kind of filthy foul stuff in front of y'all children.
You better watch yourself. Your kids is watching. Your kids is always watching, like, I don't care what it is. You see what I did this one time today, and my little girl was doing it all day. That just something as small as that let me know that she watching everything that I do.
That's right, bro.
She saw me do it once. She see me do something one time, and she be doing it all day long. They watching y'all. We the examples.
And I'm gonna say this here: we got a great cloud of witness. The angels is watching.
Yeah.
The angels is watching everything you doing.
Yep.
And they reporting it back.
Yep. Yep. So, like I say, man, we as the men of this nation, we got to be very careful of how we conduct ourselves, especially with our women. Like, we want to be set apart and everything, but not set apart in how we treat the daughters of Zion.
Right.
How that work? How that work? Go ahead.
68.
Uh-huh.
And Potiphar was very much ashamed at the words of his son. And he commanded his men not to beat Joseph anymore. And the men ceased beating Joseph. And Potiphar took Joseph and ordered him to be brought to justice before the priests who were judges belonging to the king, to order the judge concerning this affair. And Potiphar and Joseph came before the priests who were the king's judges. And he said unto them, decide, I pray you, what judgment is due to a servant for thus he has done. And man, they still gonna punish your brother.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And the priest said unto Joseph, why didst thou do this to thy master? And Joseph answered them, saying, not so, my lords. Thus was the matter. And Potiphar said unto Joseph, surely I entrusted in thy hands all that belonged to me, and I withheld nothing from thee but my wife.
Yeah.
And how can thou do this evil? And Joseph answered, 72.
Okay, y'all, we almost done. It's 80 verses of this. We at 72. I'm glad y'all stuck with us through this. I know
all praises.
We read the whole thing, but I wanted y'all to get the full gist of a detailed, you know what I'm saying, perspective of what was really going on with Joseph and Pharaoh's wife. Like, you know what I'm saying, and how this brother stood strong and solid at 18 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He had a married woman. You know what I'm saying? She told him, we read earlier, she told him it ain't nothing else left for you to do but for you to take me in this room and not do anything you tell me to do.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, like you can answer this within yourself. Like, what was our mind on at 18? We already know what the business would have been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High. We ain't that old man no more.
Right. All praises.
And let's try to keep it like that.
Continuing the way.
You know what I'm saying? Hate that adultery like you hate to see two men kissing.
Right.
Hate that whoremongering like you hate to see sodomy. Huh?
Mm.
Let's be real with this across the board, man. This man was 18 years old and had to deal with this every day.
Mm. Death threats.
Go ahead.
And Joseph answered, saying,
Uh-huh.
Not so, my Lord, as the Lord liveth, and as thy soul liveth. My Lord, the word which thou didst hear from thy wife is untrue.
Mm-hmm.
And for thus was the affair this day. A year has elapsed to me since I have been in thine house. Hast thou seen any iniquity in me, or anything which might cause thee to demand my life?
Right.
And the priest said unto Potiphar, Send, we pray thee, and let them bring before us Joseph's torn garment,
Yeah.
and let us see the tear in it.
Yeah.
And if it shall be that the tear is in front of the garment, then his face must have been opposite to her.
Oh, so they said, I bring us the piece of the garment that was torn off his garment.
Yeah.
So they knew by the way that it was torn how the situation went down. So they said, bring us that garment. We finna see if he was trying to push up on her, if she was trying to push up on him, and he was running away from her.
Right.
Go ahead.
Then his face must have been opposite to her, and she must have caught hold of him
Oh.
to come to her.
Uh-huh.
And with deceit did thy wife do all that she has spoken.
Uh-huh.
And they brought Joseph's garment before the priests who were judges. And they saw, and behold, the tear was in front of Joseph. And all the judging priests knew that she had pressed him. And they said, the judgment of death is not due to this slave, for he has done nothing.
That's right.
But his judgment is that he be placed in prison, in the prison house, on account of the report which through him has gone forth against thy wife. And Potiphar heard these words, and he placed him in the prison house, the place where the king's prisoners were confined.
Yeah.
And Joseph was in the house of confinement 12 years.
And the Most High was still with him. He found favor in prison.
Yep.
All right. That was it?
Now we at verse 77.
Go ahead.
And notwithstanding this, his master's wife did not turn from him. She did not cease from speaking to him day after day to hearken to her. And at the end of 3 months, Zelicah continued going to Joseph to the house of confinement day by day.
She's
And
still trying. After all this, she done put a sword to the brother's neck.
Got him in prison.
You know what I'm saying? Then been at this brother for a straight year.
Right.
And she's still, now he in jail and she's still trying. Go ahead.
And she enticed him to hearken to her. And Zelicah said unto Joseph, How long wilt thou remain in this house? But hearken now to my voice, and I will bring thee out of this house. And Joseph answered her, saying, It is better for me to remain in this house than to hearken to thy words to sin against God.
So him being sent to prison was really a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, she
You know
couldn't
what
get
I'm
at
saying?
it.
She couldn't get at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was separated from her. Go ahead.
And she said unto him, If thou wilt not perform my wish, I will pluck out thine eyes, add fetters to thy feet, and I will deliver thee into the hands of them whom thou didst not know before.
Yeah, she doing one last desperation heed.
Yeah.
One last Hail Mary. She gonna try it. She all right now.
Burning in lust.
Now I'm gonna put your eyes out this time. I'm gonna put your eyes out. Then what good is he gonna? You gonna have sex with the man and he ain't got no eyes?
The ones you said you was looking at?
Yeah, the one you said that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
They were so beautiful at first. Now you want to pluck the man's eyes out because he don't want to sleep with you. Go ahead.
And Joseph answered her and said,
Yeah.
Behold, the God of the whole earth is able to deliver me from all that thou canst do unto me. For he openeth the eyes of the blind and looseth those that are bound.
That's right.
And preserveth all strangers who are unacquainted with the land.
Uh-huh.
And when Zelicah was unable to persuade Joseph to hearken to her, she left off going to entice him. and Joseph was still confined in the house of confinement. And Jacob, the father of Joseph, and all his brethren who were in the land of Canaan, still mourned and wept in those days on account of Joseph. For Jacob refused to be comforted for his son Joseph, and Jacob cried aloud and wept and mourned all those days.
So she finally left him alone.
Finally
Left him alone, y'all. That was the book of Genesis, chapter 44.
Yep.
Alright, that was a detailed account of Genesis 39. Alright, now we was gonna get into the testament of the 12 patriarchs, the testament of Joseph, but you can read it on your own time. I'll post a link up in the comments on the YouTube, because Facebook been acting up all night, y'all. We've been on and off Facebook all night.
Yep.
But the whole lesson it will be up on YouTube, most high willing.
Right.
We ain't through though. We got a couple of more scripts.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5. All right, let's get a little bit more clarity on what fornication is. Also, like I was saying, the testament of the 12 patriarchs, Joseph just giving is basically, you know, deathbed confessions of all the 12 sons of Jacob to their sons. They going through their life, showing them their shortcomings. It's even prophecies about the Messiah in them. The testament of Joseph, read that. I'm gonna post that link, and also the testament of Reuben is good as well. Because Reuben slept with his father's concubine, Bilhah.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying? And it said the Lord smote him in the loins for so many years behind that. You know what I'm saying? And it give real good advice on lust and wine and women. Also the testament of Judah. That's a good one. In the testament of Joseph, you know what I'm saying? He tell you, he say, hey, even though the Most High depart from you for a moment, it's to test your soul.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It made it seem like the Most High departed from Joseph when he was getting them stripes, where he was in that prison for 12 years. But that's for a moment in the Most High's eyes.
Right.
12 hours, probably a millisecond to him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He said, but it's to test your soul. It's to test to see if you're going to stand up or not. So we can overcome this lust thing. Do we want to overcome this lust thing?
Be real with yourself.
All right, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Read 1. We're going to read 1 through 13.
All right.
Yeah.
It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you.
It's fornication among you. Go ahead.
And such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles.
Oh, so he's writing to the Hebrews that's in Corinth. He said, look, this type of fornication ain't even heard amongst the Gentiles. Go ahead.
That one of you should have his father's wife.
Oh, so sleeping with your father's wife is considered fornication. We just read it right here, right? Go ahead.
And ye are puffed up, and have not rather mourned that he that has done this deed might be taken away from among you.
So he writing to the assembly. This is an assembly he writing to. He said, look, y'all got fornication going on. You know what I'm saying? The Gentiles don't even get down like this, and y'all puffed up.
Right.
Y'all proud. Y'all ain't got nothing to be proud about. It's fornication going on. And where can we read about thou shalt not sleep with thy father's wife? Leviticus 18.
Yes,
that's an outline of all the sexual crimes against the Most High. All of that's considered fornication. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For I verily, as absent in body, but present in spirit, have judged already, as though I were present, concerning him that has done this deed. In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, when ye are gathered together, and my spirit with the power of our Lord Jesus Christ, to deliver such a one unto Satan.
You see that? Put Satan at a man's right hand. If anybody claim to be a brother that's a fornicator, you see what I'm saying? Deliver.
Come on, bro.
And he unrepentant of that. He said, deliver that man over to Satan.
That's right.
Not so that he can die forever, but so that his flesh can be saved.
Right. I'm going to read that at the top again.
Okay, go
to
ahead.
Deliver such a one unto Satan.
Unto Satan. You see that? That's Psalms 109 as well. Verse 6. Put Satan at his right hand.
Yep.
Go ahead.
For the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved
That's
in the day of the Lord Jesus.
That's right.
Your glorying is not good.
You see that? So he's saying, hey, look, your glorying is not good. You know what I'm saying? How can you sit up here and claim that your camp this, that your camp that, but you got all type of manner of sexual
Yeah.
immorality going on up in
Fornication
there?
and adulteration.
Your glory is not good. You know what I'm saying? We finna read it. Don't leaven in the whole lump.
Yup.
So what you glorying for?
Yeah.
The whole thing bad.
Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Go ahead.
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the
You
whole
see
lump?
that? What you glorying for? You
What you
got
bragging
you
on?
got you got whoremongering going on. You got adultery going on. You
Fornication.
got fornication going on. You see
Envy,
what I'm saying?
strife.
Palandry going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a woman having more than one husband because the men choosing to run through the women.
And y'all rolling with it.
And no judgment is coming down, but yet you saying that my camp this, my camp that. Well, look, it say don't a little leaven the whole lump.
Well, that go on in every church, brother. That's what was told to me.
Well, hey, if you choosing to not bring judgment to it, you gonna be punished. That's what
That's
the
it,
script
bro.
say.
Straight got it.
That's what the script say. What was we at?
We at 7, bro.
Verse 7. Go ahead.
Purge out. Purge out.
Purge out. Go ahead.
Therefore the old leaven,
Uh-huh.
that ye may be a new lump,
Yeah.
as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, Hamashiach,
That's right.
is our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore let us keep the feast.
Yeah.
Let us keep the feast not with old leaven.
Not with old leaven. So you see what our feast season just passed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Since Passover, are you still working on being that new lump, or that old leaven and came back?
Come on, bro.
You still working on being that new lump,
Or are you a spot in the feast?
or you a spot in the feast? Go ahead.
Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness,
That's right.
but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. I wrote unto you in an epistle, not to company with fornicators.
So is Paul saying to shun everybody in the world that's a fornicator, or is he talking about those within the body of Christ
In the assembly.
in the assembly? So we finna see. Go ahead, read that verse 10.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Yet not altogether with the fornicators of this word,
You see that?
or with the covetous, or extortioners, or idolaters. For then must ye needs go out of the word.
So he letting you know, look, I'm not referring to everybody that's a fornicator when I say that. I'm writing to y'all talking about what's going on in this body right here.
Right.
What's going on in this camp body, this assembly right here.
It's church.
Yeah, these so-called commandment keeping Israelites. This who I'm talking about.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
But now I've written unto you not to keep company. If any man that is called a brother
Uh-huh.
be a fornicator, or covetous,
Yeah.
or an idolater, or a railer,
Woo.
or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such a one know not to eat.
He said, don't even eat with him.
Don't even go to the feast with him.
Don't let
Or don't let them in your feast.
Right. He said, don't eat with a man like that. And that ain't advice either. That ain't a helpful hint either.
No.
That's a charge.
Stop
Go ahead.
playing with yourself. That was verse 11. You want me to read all the way down?
Read through that.
For what have I to do to judge them also that are without?
Paul, like, look, the Most High gonna get those that are without. We need to worry about in-house. That's what we need to worry
Come
about.
on, bro. Come on, bro.
Go ahead.
Do not ye judge them that are within, but them that are without God judge.
See, he said those that are without, those outside the body, the Most High gonna judge them.
Right.
Go ahead.
Therefore put away from among yourselves that wicked person.
He said, hey, you need to be getting that wicked person up
Excellent
out of there.
scripture, bro. Excellent scripture.
Y'all
All
need
praise.
to get him up out of there. Don't even eat with him. Deliver one such to save so that his flesh can be saved in the end.
Y'all better take heed.
Y'all see that?
Y'all better take heed.
Fornication going on, man. Let's go to Leviticus 18. Let's read some of these.
Stop making excuses for them.
Let's read some of these. Leviticus 18, 1 through 8.
Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your power.
Yeah.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, ye shall not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring ye, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your power. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them.
That's a promise. Go ahead.
I am the Lord.
Yeah.
None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness.
Yeah.
I am the Lord. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother, thou shalt not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Verse 8. This is what Paul was writing to the Corinthians about in 1 Corinthians 5.
Right.
Here. Go ahead.
The nakedness of thy father's wife shall thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
Yeah. All right. Skip down to verse 19. Read 19 through 24.
All right. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
Now, that's a big thing nowadays.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with women while they on their monthly. That's abominable.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her.
That's adultery. Go ahead.
And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Moloch. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
That's right.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Sodomy.
It is an abomination.
All these Leviticus 18 are sex crimes against the Most High. Go ahead.
23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion.
It's confusion. Go ahead.
Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
So you can defile yourself in the sexual relations you choose to partake in.
Right.
You see that? So we got to keep our temples clean.
Right.
Now the next spot is 1 Corinthians chapter 6. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and we just got a couple of more. You know what I'm saying? And we up out of here. Just touching on fornication. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Because a lot of people, it's a lot of things about what fornication is. But right here we reading it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Fornication covers all sexual, immoral sexual relations such as adultery, bestiality, sodomy, incest. All that falls under the umbrella of fornication. All right? So this is 1 Corinthians 6, read verses 9 through 11.
All right. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators.
That's first on the list. Go ahead.
Nor idolaters. Nor adulterers.
That's under the umbrella of fornication. Go ahead.
Nor effeminate.
That's a soft man. A man that has womanly tendencies. Always crying. Always whining.
Soft. Like buttermilk.
You won't be in the kingdom. The Most High don't deal with soft men. That's why he said no effeminate will get in the kingdom. Go ahead.
Nor abusers of themselves with mankind. Nor thieves.
That's a homosexual. No abusers with themselves with mankind. Go ahead.
Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
I see that. You won't get in. Being a whoremonger, a promiscuous male.
Right.
We need to get this lust under control.
Yes, sir.
With fasting and praying.
Come on, bro.
Go ahead.
11. And such were some of you. But ye are washed. But ye are sanctified.
That's right.
But ye are justified in the name of the Lord Jesus,
That's right.
and by the Spirit of our God.
Again, I'm stressing the point, sanctified. You see what I'm saying? We supposed to be set apart in every aspect, even when it comes down to how we treat our women. Even how we treat the women of this nation, we supposed to be set apart. That was it on that?
You said through 11?
Yeah, you finished it?
Yeah, that was 11.
Okay, let's go to Jude. There's only one chapter in Jude. We're going to pick it up in verse 3, though. And you can read through 7.
Jude,
Uh-huh.
verse 3. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints.
So when you contending for something, you defending something.
Battling.
And you gonna offend people when you earnestly contending.
Right.
You know, because you take this deadly serious. You take it dead serious. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For there are certain men crept in unaware.
Oh, it's certain men that done crept in unnoticed.
Mm-hmm.
What kind? Yeah, they done blended in. You know, a turd and the wheat look the same until the head pop up on it.
Come on, bro.
You won't know the difference between the turd and the wheat until the harvest. So he says certain men that crept in unnoticed or unawares. What kind of men that crept in unnoticed or unawares?
Who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
So just because they running long and ain't nothing happened to them, he said, look, they condemnation was ordained of old. These type
Come
of
on,
men,
bro.
They fate done already been sealed.
Long run, short run.
Yeah, he said this condemnation that they got coming been ordained of old. It's been assigned to them since the beginning.
Teach it, man.
Go ahead.
Ungodly men.
Ungodly men.
Turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness.
So the type of men that they talking about is the type of men that take the time that the Most High gave them to repent. They use that time to commit more wickedness.
Come on, bro.
They turn the grace period. You see what I'm saying? Your light bill late. They give you an extension. That's a grace period to come up with that money to get that light bill paid.
Right.
See, this grace he gave us, that he giving us time to come up with his money to pay him when he show up.
Dead old.
So he said these men and crept in unnoticed.
Ungodly
these men, they're supposed to be commandment keepers, but they using the time that the Most High gave them to get it right to commit more and more and more sin. But he said, look, just because they running long, it ain't nothing happened to them. He said, look, they condemnation then been set in stone of old. And then these next 3 examples he gonna give you, he gonna show you that, hey, the Most High judgment is coming. It came with these 3 examples that I'm about to give you. So you best believe theirs is coming. Go ahead.
And denying the only Lord God and our Lord Jesus Christ or Hamashiach.
So they trample over his grace, and some of them even deny Yeshua. Go ahead.
5. I will therefore put you in remembrance how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not. And the angels were kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation. He hath reserved in the everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
Now look at what he about to say about fornication. You see, he giving you 3 examples showing you the certainty of the judgment of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
He said our forefathers rebelled when he brought them out of Egypt. He killed most of them. The angels that rebelled, he got them reserved in the chains of darkness waiting for the judgment.
Yes, sir.
And he finna give you an example of Sodom and Gomorrah. Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Even
as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner. Giving themselves over to fornication.
Giving themselves over to what?
To fornication.
But we know that they was committing sodomy, so then that falls under the umbrella of what? Fornication. So now we know what fornication consists of. There's many different types of fornication. Incest, bestiality, adultery, sodomy, the list goes on. He gave you 3 examples of the certainty of the judgment for that. Go ahead.
And going after strange flesh are set for an example.
For what?
Example
For what? Go ahead.
Suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Ooh, because then fire and brimstone fall on them.
Yes, sir.
So the punishment of Sodom and Gomorrah was an example for the rest of the world to show you, hey, look, we don't need to be fornicating out here. Because they was dabbling in fornication and you saw what happened to them, fire and brimstone. That was a message. That was a message for the generations
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
If you want to dabble in fornication, just look, peep at what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. They got nuked.
Yes, sir.
Supernaturally, nuclear bomb got dropped on them. He said, look, that was an example to anybody else who think that they want to be a fornicator out here. All right, let's go to Sirach. Let's go to Sirach 23 in the Apocrypha. Sirach 23, 16 to 17.
You said 23?
Yeah.
Verses 16 and 17.
Yeah.
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23, verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire. Like that sister was burning in her love.
Yep.
There was a burning fire within her.
Yep.
It will never be quenched till it be consumed. A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he has kindled a fire.
Or will never cease to his male member and created a situation beyond his control. Now,
Yeah.
he ain't gonna cool out till he done caught
Did that.
syphilis or AIDS or he done messed around and slept with a witch. That
Got them
cast
soul
spells.
ties.
Yeah. Go ahead.
17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
You see that? All bread is sweet to a promiscuous male.
Come on, bro.
He'll hit anything.
Yeah.
All of it sweet.
Don't care what it look like.
Go ahead. That's
He
right.
will not leave off till he die.
He won't quit till he in the ground for that. That's the mindset of a whoremonger. No self-control, no temperance.
Yeah.
That's a fruit of the spirit.
Yeah.
Galatians 5.
Yeah. Can I read 18?
Yeah, go ahead.
A man that breaketh wedlock. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying, thus in his heart, who seeth me?
Ooh-wee.
I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody sees me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sin. I'm going to read 19.
Now look how deceived that mindset is. Because you, and then look, you even do it. You committed, the most times it's at night. You want to operate in the dark, in darkness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that?
Come on.
He said, and then you so deceived, you thinking ain't nobody,
Ain't
most
nobody
I
see.
ain't gonna remember this.
Yeah, he gonna remember what
It's just
19
one
say though.
Go ahead.
Such a man only fears the eyes of men,
Woo.
and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, considering the most secret part. The eyes of the Lord are in every place,
That's
especially
right.
your mind.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's go to last place, Proverbs 31.
All right.
Last place.
Beautiful
Proverbs.
lesson.
All praises to the Most High.
Most needed lesson in these last days.
All praises.
Proverbs who?
31 and verse 30.
All right.
Let me get that.
All praise to the Most High God.
Proverbs 31 and verse 30. This is the type of advice on women we should be giving our young kings coming up.
Yeah. We read just one verse?
Yeah, just one verse.
Okay. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
Beauty is worthless. Because that woman going to get old and she ain't going to look the same. Just like you going to get old, you ain't going to look the same.
Right.
Like Daniel Solomon said one time, soon, you know what I'm saying, if you keep living and get older, the only thing you going to have to look forward to is a cup of coffee and a kiss on the cheek.
That's it, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, don't lust after a woman just for her beauty.
Right.
And don't seek after a woman just for your pleasure.
Right.
Beauty is vain. Go ahead.
Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain.
Uh-huh.
But a woman that fears the Most High, she shall be praised.
She shall be praised.
Oh,
and that's the lesson, temperance or self-control. We was going through the temptation of Joseph.
Yeah.
I so appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sorry, Facebook Live we kept going in and out on
Right.
Facebook Live,
Right.
but the whole thing will be up on YouTube, most high willing.
It's gonna be up on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
When I get through uploading this joint. I mean, it ain't
But
gonna be on
man,
Facebook Live, but it'll be on Facebook.
yeah, but man, I so appreciate everybody tuning in.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Most High
Sure.
will be back next week.
Yeah.
One
Fiery
of
trial.
us, yeah.
The fiery trial of the refiner.
Yes, sir.
Acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity.
That's right.
You
That's
hear
right.
me?
Sirach chapter 2.
Most definitely.
Read
Most
them
definitely.
week. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Happy Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who all on there. They were
Yeah.
clowning on her earlier.
Yeah.
What would it be at, man?
Michael J. Wells, see you out there, my boy. Smooth Cortez, Dalrymple, my brother. Much love to y'all brothers, man. That Alabama state of mind.
Shalom.
Yeah,
Shalom.
my bruise.
Y'all was on her clowning earlier.
Yeah,
man.
Wardy P. Charles Israel, I see you in the building. Sister Vicky Reed, much love, my
Shalom,
sister.
family.
Yeah,
One love, people. One
One
love.
love.
One love, man. We about to go and close
Yeah.
it out, man. Hope y'all enjoy y'all Sabbath.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mine ain't my age just get started.
Yeah, finna get kicked off.
Yes, sir.
Finna keep on feasting
That's right.
on this bread and
That's
this
right.
meat of the Most High God.
Just getting
Just
started.
get it kicked off.
That's right, man. Shalom to the fam
By
worldwide.
Shalom.
You know what I'm saying? All my brothers near and far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? If you hate us, we praying for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
you love us, we praying for you.
That's right. Pray for me as I pray for you.
Most definitely. And as
Shalom.
always, all praise,
That's right.
honor, and great glory is unto our God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Our brothers and sisters in the faith as always. We salute you. This your boy T Boogie.
Hey, this TJ
We-
Miyagi. I want to say this next
Yeah.
week, y'all. We gonna have the camera right for y'all. we gonna have it right next week. I promise.
We praying that no more technical difficulties would vex our spirits,
Them
ye
bros
brethren.
clowning us tonight.
Yeah,
man.
hey, we gonna get it right. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love.
We gonna holler at y'all.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Close this out. How you stop? How you stop this?
Just hit your close button. Just close it out. Yep.